So my thing did not render at all overnight. I was 870 frames and I just lost 10 hours. I could have been rendering, but I have to move on. I don't have time to render it anymore because that would waste the entire day. So I'm gonna render it overnight again. And then I'm just going to work today on other scenes that I have to complete. Today I've made a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About like 5 whole entire scenes like just today. And one of them technically was like an adjustment of a previous day, so maybe like 4. But all of these are ready to be rendered. All of them are like completely done with them. And it's actually quite insane. And I'm gonna go through like each of them briefly, and then I'll just like end off the video over there because I'm pretty tired. But this is the first of them. This is one I'm quite proud of, but honestly I spent the least amount of time on this one. Once again, it's just like my regular way of doing things. I'm just gonna show you like the render view. Here's another one. This one is kind of a redo of like the last scene, but I changed a lot of the lighting, I changed the camera angle. And the lighting and the setup of the entire scene is probably what takes the most time, honestly. And I'm pretty proud of this one as well. I think it'll all make thematic sense later, but for now they're kind of just like still shots. This one I feel like is going to be the favorite. I'm probably going to use this as the thumbnail as well in the video, but I'm not too sure. I kind of like the blue one thematically, but this one is also quite good. Pretty easy setup, honestly. It's just, I could explain it, but I really don't want to. And then without a doubt, the most complex one, you see like the sheer number of like objects in this scene, it's absolutely crazy. It's like actually a mess to work in the scene. And I showed like a little brief preview of it in like the intro for the video, but the rendering did get cut short, so that's like kind of all I have regarding it. And that's also with a different lighting setup. This one is going to look a bit different. And yeah, so I did change this one up quite a bit because originally there was actually a similar, like the exact same yellow light over here. And you can see that inside like the intro of the video that there was like a yellow glow. But I changed it for like thematic sense, and I thought that this one would probably be more efficient than the other one. I think that it's really effective, and I'm not too sure. I think I really like this one as well. This one, everyone has already kind of like seen this scene already, I think. No, maybe not. But I already rendered this scene previously. This time, all I did was like added a Garfield in there. I thought it looked pretty cute, and it kind of plays into the story. It's also kind of just like a cute little thing. It's a little Easter egg, and honestly, yeah, this one's kind of self-explanatory. It's just Garfield. And then probably the simplest of all the scenes, this one was just a simple clock animation. I just made the second hand go from like here to here, and like some slight camera blur. Like it starts like this and it ends like this. Yeah, honestly, pretty self-explanatory as well. These are all, okay, they're not all simple shots, but a great majority of them were kind of simple. It's incredibly simple, just very difficult. That's the extent of my work today. It's like, honestly, I've been doing this like all day. Like I've just been like sitting at this desk like doing Blender for like almost the entire day, which is actually insane to me. And I've just been like doing this for like a whole week now. And my girlfriend actually came up with like brought up like a really interesting idea when I like posed yesterday's question to her about like, oh, how do I balance content and this? And she's like, why don't you just do one for a week and then switch the other one for a week? And then you'll get all the stuff done for this one in like an allocated time, and then you'll get the other one stuff done like another allocated time. And it's like it's like almost like there's a deadline impending. It's like I have to get these videos done in like a week. Like I don't have another option, or I'm just not gonna be able to like post anything. Like that's it. And I only like serve myself poorly if I do that. So in this way, it's like actually perfectly cutting in half like all the time I have left. And I think that's better than trying to do things at the same time, because I've been like switching tracks much more frequently. It's like I was like, oh yeah, half a week, I'm gonna do this for half a week, and I'm gonna switch to this, and that's just not gonna be possible, I don't think, because I started this last Wednesday and then it ballooned out into like a much greater project. So it's like I'm gonna finish out this week, and like it's gonna be done. Like no matter what, it's gonna be done. And if it's not done, it's gonna be posted, which is going to be even worse. So whatever. And it's just been like a lot of thinking, a lot of different like questions you have to ask yourself, because these are type of things like you never consider until you start. And that gives me like some kind of like some kind of reprieve from it, because it's like, at least I don't have to deal with this later. But then you're brought back into the present moment, you're like, but I have to deal with this right now. And whether or not that's like better or worse, I think you'll only know in the future. But I'd rather know things right now and then feel like uncomfortable about them right now, rather than put them off, and then when I finally do have to deal with it, I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why am I having to deal with this? So I think that that's how all of life should be lived. Like, I think that you should be comfortable being uncomfortable right now, if it means that in the future you'll have peace of mind knowing that you've already passed this huge barrier. So that's something that I've been thinking about. But yeah, thanks for watching.